I forgot to say this at the beginning of the video. Go join the free Discord if you're not in it. Enjoy the daily Power of 3 video. Yo, what is good, YouTube? We're back with another video. This is going to be episode 8, I think, of the Trading Den V2. I know I haven't been uploading them recently. I just have been trading and then going outside and doing stuff, right? We only have a few more weeks of warm weather, so I've just been outside, but I'm still in a trade today, so I figured I'd just make this video real quick and base everything off of this video with what I used today to take a trade, right? So today's video is going to be using the daily Power of 3, right? There's lower time frame Power of 3s, so right, price is fractal. If we have a daily Power of 3, you can go on the 1 minute, you can find a Power of 3. So I don't use little 5-minute or 1-minute AMDs anymore, right? Accumulation, manipulation, distribution, AMD, Power of 3, they're both the same thing, right? I focus on the 15-minute and the 5-minute Power of 3s with the daily chart, right? So right here I have a little depiction of what it would look like, right? So these vertical lines are splitting up the sessions, I guess, right? So Asia will open up and we will accumulate, right? First step of Power of 3, AMD, accumulation, right? And then we have London creating high of day, creating our manipulative move, right? And what you want to see with manipulation to be a true manipulation is a higher time frame key level, right? You have to see a higher time frame key level being hit, right? If there's no key level being hit, it's not a true manipulation, right? So you have to have a key level, or you have to have an SMT, right? You have to have a key level or an SMT. One of the two will give you the true manipulation, right? So right here we have our manipulation, and then we have New York distribution, right? This simple. It's truly extremely simple. A lot of people would be more profitable watching the 15-minute chart and the 5-minute chart for Power of 3s and stop runs, and then going down to the 1 minute or the 5-minute or even the 30-second chart for your entry, right? If you just sit on these lower time frame charts, you're not going to see the overall picture of everything. That's what this series is going to do, right? You're going to be able to find your key levels, and you're going to be able to identify things like this to give you the true move, right? So let's head into the charts and focus on today, right? Right. We're going to focus on this price action. Nice, we're pushing up. We're going to focus on this price action, right? This price action, what does this look like? If we turn on these boxes, right, and you also want these boxes, right? So go to S&D profile. I don't have it favorited. So S&D profile, and then put your settings to this, right? It's going to give you the session times and put them in these little boxes, right? So what do we see here? We see both Asia and London accumulated, right? There's only one thing for New York to do: manipulate and then distribute, right? So if both of the sessions have accumulated, what does this overall look like, right? Whenever I draw it out, it looks a lot more easier to spot, right? Accumulate, manipulate, right? It doesn't matter how far we dig below a low or anything, right? We come, what, 401, low, 3 points, right? We dig into this low by 3 points. But what was the manipulation here? A bullish SMT, right? If we go to the 1 hour, there's no key level, right? There's no key level. The 4 hour, there's no key level. So that manipulation here is this SMT, like I just stated in that depiction, right? Daily Power of 3, accumulate, we manipulate, right? Midnight open and 8:30 open are overlapped with each other. Accumulation this entire time, right? And then we have our manipulation. And then if New York manipulated and then distributed, right, we are going to get both of the same thing, or we're going to get both of them in New York. If both Asia and London accumulated, New York will manipulate and then distribute, okay? So let's go to another example, and I'll see what kind of example I can pull up. All right, so this happened yesterday, right? I took a trade yesterday as well, right? This isn't a clean accumulation, right? But you have to understand, what do we have right here, right? We have an SMT at these highs, but that's whenever you go to the higher time frame charts and understand the order flow, right? I'll upload an order flow video for tomorrow's video, but you have to understand order flow. And what else are we doing here? This is accumulation, Failure swing, failure swing, failure swing, failure swing, right? We're creating a low resistance liquidity run for NQ to rip higher and distribute us, right? So we have accumulation with these failure swings. That right there, that is also an accumulation style, right? Whenever we create a bunch of failure swings throughout here, this SMT doesn't matter. Why? We are in a bullish market. So what do we wait for? A manipulation below lows, buy the lows, sell the highs, right? We're in a bullish market. This is our manipulation, right? Okay, so there's no SMT down here. What do we need? We need a key level, right? Go to your higher time frame charts. Where do we manipulate into? 4-hour fair value gap, right? 4-hour fair value gap. Manipulate lower. What do we do after? Distribute higher, right? And then you get in here, and these are your little stop runs on the lower time frame chart to catch the distribution higher, right? And this line right here is outlining midnight open. What do you want to do? Daily profile, you want to buy below midnight open within a bullish market, right? So right here, we get our manipulation into a higher time frame key level. This is accumulation because we have a bunch of failure swings creating low resistance liquidity. What do? We're going to slice right through that price action, right? If you guys have not seen my video on low resistance versus high resistance liquidity runs, I have a video on it. Go to the link in the description and it'll be in there. So go watch that video. But right here, key level, accumulate, manipulate, distribute, right? Daily power of 3. Okay, so here we are on the 4-hour chart. This is going to be a bearish example, right? Here we are on the 4-hour chart. What do we see right here, right? We take a high, close below this candle's open, order block, right? High probability order block. So let's go down to the 1-hour chart, right? Right here, candle range. If you haven't watched that video, go watch it. Candle range, what do? Take the high of this candle, okay? Inside of that key level. Head down to the 15-minute chart. What did 830 do? Manipulated higher. If you haven't watched that video, go watch that video, right? Go watch all the videos that I have uploaded in this series, okay? So let's turn on these boxes. What do we see with the end and the middle of London session, right? This isn't a full daily power of 3, but what do we see inside of the end and the middle of London session? Accumulate, right? So we're accumulating orders down here, right? Okay, so we have this box, accumulate. What's 830 do? We manipulate into a key level, distribute literally the entire day, right? We just went straight down. Actually, I think we might have V-shape recovery. No, actually, that wasn't that day. Right here, towards the end, right? We have high impact news at 830, so we're waiting for that news. We're waiting for the manipulation. This accumulation into manipulation to distribution, right? So we have a lower time frame daily power of 3, right? Asia session won't matter as much because we have 830 high impact news, right? We come take Asia high inside of a key level and then distribute lower using this as our power of 3, right? Accumulate, manipulate, distribute. Okay, so here we are on the 4-hour chart. What do we see throughout here, right? We have an SMT at these highs. What do we do here? Close below these 3 up close candles after taking a swing high. We have an order block, right? So now we have an order block. 1-hour chart, we have a fair value gap right there, right? We have a fair value gap and a swing high, okay? So what do we have here? Fair value gap, right? So let's measure that out because New York doesn't open until right here, okay? So what do we see right here, right? Asia, accumulation. London does not take the low yet, right? We manipulate higher. London session creating a high of day at 3:30 in the morning. High of days with London session or low of days will be created from 2 to 5 in the morning, right? Those are the high probability higher lows of day. So right here we create high of day. We have an accumulation, right? We have a manipulation into a key level, heavy displacement off, right? And then right here is New York open, right? So right here, what do we have? Take a high, right? Let's zoom in. This is where a lower time frame power of 3 comes in. What are we doing here? creating failure swings, accumulating orders, take a swing high, displace through this candle right here, right? We close below the body. 9:15 opens up, digs into this order block, protected high, and then we distribute lower, right? So, daily power of 3. Where is midnight open? Right here, right? So, what do? Accumulate, manipulate above midnight into a key level, and displace heavily off of it. New York continuation. Okay? All right, so what do we see here, right? Boxes are on. Asia and London are both accumulating, right? Take the boxes off, it's more clear, right? So we have an accumulation, right? Right here. What do we have right here, right? We manipulate, right? Into what? A key level, okay? So this is where you're going to go to your higher time frame, right? We go to the 4 hour. We can see it was a 4 hour fair value gap. What's over here? A new week. Oh, that's a new day opening gap, right? We have a new day opening gap over here, okay? We're inside of it, all right? So what do we have at this high, right? So if you would have took this power of 3 right here, right? Accumulate, dig below low into a key level, you would have been in, if you, let's say right here, right? Stop here. You would have been in 85 points of profit. But then we SMT this high, right? So we have a SMT, okay? Right? So go to ES right here. Let's look at ES right there. Does ES manipulate into something, right? Daily high, order blocks, right? 4 hour, higher time frame SMT, right? We're taking all these highs. NQ is not taking those highs. So what's more probable, right? Where am I? Am I at the right spot? No, I'm not. Okay, so right here. What's more probable? New day opening gap, higher time frame SMT, right? Lower time frame SMT. Is this your manipulation, right? Because ES is up here, right? ES is above these highs, right? So what happens here? CISD, distribute lower. So this would be, you could play both sides of this, right? After we form this SMT and we're still in all these higher time frame key levels from the left of us, daily power of 3, right? Mark midnight open. Boom. What are we doing? Chopping around midnight open. Manipulate down into the lows into a key level. Come the entire way up here to form a higher time frame SMT, right? Because this is a 1 hour, maybe a 4 hour high, and then we go lower, right? So it's also Tuesday, right? What did Monday do, right? This is where weekly profiles will come into play, which I will make a video on. What did Monday do? Expansion higher. What happens after expansions? Consolidation, right? SMT will give you the framework to catch a reversal to rebalance this price action. So that's why this down here did not work, right? I don't know, data point unavailable. That's why this didn't work as well as the distribution lower, because we need to rebalance all this price action, right? 1 hour SMT is going to give us that distribution to go lower. That is why the daily power of 3 did not work from low to high. All right, so here we are. Last example, another bearish example. What do we see on both these charts, right? The boxes are on. What do we see? Asia, accumulate. London, not really doing much, kind of accumulating as well. What do we see with New York open, right? 9:30 open. Look over at the ES. SMT at the highs, right? Daily power of 3. Accumulated Asia. London session did not, I repeat, did not manipulate into a higher time frame key level. SMT at the highs, which is your key level, distribution lower, right? Always focus on your higher time frame key levels. If you are not trading from a higher time frame key level, you are not you're gambling, right? If you don't have a key level or you don't have SMT, you have no idea what's going to happen in the charts, right? So the main thing you have to be using with this is a key level or an SMT, Higher time frame SMT. What's the higher time frame SMT? 145, a 4-hour SMT. That is your key level, right? NQ doesn't need to go any higher because we have an SMT. Straight distribution lower, right? Go down to the 5-minute. Was there an entry? Right? Stop hunt on the 5-minute. Go down to a 1 minute or 30-second chart, right? We already have the SMT, right? And oh, right here, we form another SMT. Take a look at the ES. It's the same high. SMT, lower time frame SMT, slap shorts. That's simple. Distribution lower. Oh my God. Holy 500 points. Boom. All right, I'm out of here. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you're going to use the daily power of 3, right? If you have any questions, just come into the Discord, ask me. And yeah, I'll explain it more in detail if you have any questions. Other than that, I'm going to get out of here. Peace.